When I heard Froden talking, I think he said something like a 12 series win streak. So
yeah, it's insane, man. Great player.
if you just look at the facts, you will probably have Kolento as the favorite. So the matchup was actually Shaman against Warlock.
Handlock.
He's playing Handlock? I don't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting... Yeah, that's why he kept the Archstock, of course. And we would also keep it against 2.
This could be a good match.
So Ek0p actually banned Kolento's Warlock instead of the Hunter.
Yeah.
He has 2 answers right now for all the threats that come in.
He have a good start, man. Really good.
Well, both players seem to have a very good hand here, but yeah, Ek0p has 2 threats, and Kolento will be able to deal with 2 of them right now. So he has to draw more, otherwise he will be pretty threatless. I wonder if this is a... Oh, wow.
My God.
Okay. So it seems like... Yeah, the BGH is a really good sign that Kolento teched his deck, actually, against Handlock. So... It's not that surprising that he picked...
he have answer for everybody, everything, man.
Yeah, right now.
He can get it that
easy. It's not that surprising that Kolento chose Warlock then. Because he knew it would be Handlock, and... Obviously, he has some tags against Handlock in his lineup, especially with an open Hunter that wasn't banned. So, I wouldn't. He will probably coin out the Earthshock.
Yeah, he will to do the coin.
I mean, the Earthshock is like the answer to the Twilight Drake. Most efficient one in the game, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. But always draw the card first, as we know. So
yes, exactly. It's a great move, man. Great move.
No, Kolento won't concede. Okay, so we will probably see a Mountain Giant going down, like tap Mountain Giant, which could be immediately answered by Hex or even Big Game Hunter, which is even a greater tempo swing. So we'll be with this hand, it might actually be tough for Ek0p to get an advantage for this board. I mean, he has a Shadow Flame to clear later, but there are still 2 Death Rattle minions on that would survive that.
Great hand, man, against
this hand is really fortunate.
Hand.
Yeah, he will probably just play the Big Game Hunter and Totem. He might even Flame Tongue Totem and burst him down. I mean, he has a Hex.
Yeah.
And Ek0p hasn't drawn so many cards yet.
You had to hold that Hex for Sylvanas or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So, Kolento seems very favored right now in this match. Okay, so it goes as planned. Big Game Hunter goes down, kills the Mountain Giant. And it seems like... Does Ek0p even have a good play right here? I mean, he could, like, Ancient Watcher Shadow Flame to clear the board and, well, improve it somehow.
Yeah,
with the 4/4 and the 2/1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have 4/4. He don't have Soulfire in her... Yes, he have 1 Soulfire.
He has a Soulfire?
But you can't lose cards in this moment of the game.
Yeah, you could silence the egg and blow up the owl. That's also not very great. So he goes with the Watcher, and even goes with the Shadow Flame, reducing the board to 2 post-Death Rattle minions, and he's going to Soulfire the 4/4. Okay, so he got rid of the board, but also rid of his Hellfire. Which is actually a pretty good move, because he has to be afraid of something like maybe Lava Burst. Well, he probably knows Kolento's list.
Yes.
I don't know if Kolento runs Lava Burst, but it could be if he has included a BGH. And but a Flame Tongue Totem would have done work here too. So Kolento has a lot of damage in his hand.
Yeah, he has to use Fire Elemental right now.
Yeah, it's both the most mana efficient way and puts more threats on the board as long as it's clear. Okay, he's not that afraid of a Molten Giant right now.
He has a Hex, no problem, man.
Only problem would be like tap double Mountain Giant, taunt it up.
That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, but we can see that Ek0p doesn't even have 1 of them, so... Okay. Another board clear incoming from Ek0p. But he will have to draw into more of his threats. he's going to stand a chance. Kolento's playing very quickly here.
Yeah.
Which usually I dislike because, well, you have to think about your turns, but these moves are very obvious and Kolento is so experienced that there's nothing to argue about here because you don't play the Flame Tongues on an empty board and no need to develop the Doomhammer right now. Oh, there's Jiraxis. This might actually give him an edge in the end game. No, another small stuff for Kolento, nothing big here. So all of the sudden his hand looks, well, not that threatening, but there are 2 Flame Tongues for 8 damage. There's 4 damage on the board, so he's actually... Does he have... No, he's 1 mana off lethal right now, right?
4, 9, 2 lethal, man. 2 of lethal.
Yeah, or he could develop the Doomhammer afterwards, so it's 1 mana, right? It's 4 on the board and 4 from both Flame Tongues, so he has... Oh, 12. Yeah, okay, you're right.
He can use 2.
So should he hex the Sylvanas here? It's not that threatening right now to lose one of these minions.
And he go to the face, man.
Yeah. Well, Ek0p made pretty clear that he didn't have Molten Giants, so Kolento isn't afraid of bursting him down here. And he might actually have a chance to do that in the next turn with both Flame Tongues and a developed Doomhammer in his hand. So if Ek0p doesn't taunt up, he will end up with... If he manages to clear the board but doesn't taunt up, he is staring at 4 damage already. So
yeah.
But he has a Sludge Belcher. What else could he play? He could play Jiraxis to go up to 15 again, but lose the draw capability of the Warlock Hero power, which, well, he won't use too often right now. It's actually a pretty tough position right now. Could play the Sludge Belcher and
maybe
the Earthen Ring Farseer and hope for the best. Is there a way to survive?
Nah, but it's lethal in the next turn.
From what we see from both players, is there a way out here? What is the leftmost card? Is it Argus?
That's an Argus.
Yeah. So he could Sludge Belcher, Argus both up. This could actually save him. Kolento hexes the Sylvanas and then has a few tokens to go through the Sludge Belcher. Well, this might actually be his only chance. Or Siphon Soul might work as well. Or even Jiraxis then. But wow.
Oh. Argus, man. Ah, nice move.
He decides to heal up the Sylvanas again.
That's a nice move. I like it.
Yeah, but still he can... Kolento can hex and has double Flame Tongue and has Doomhammer equipped, so he should be able to go through this. Yep. So he has, if I'm not mistaken.
It's lethal, man. Tap, 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 tap.
Yep.
Yep.
So Kolento
we have the first game.
Yeah, Kolento takes the first game with his Shaman against Tanlock, which was a little bit favored anyways, and was actually tagged against Tanlock, so...
Kolento has a really great start, man.
Yeah.
He have everything in his hands.
That's usual the matchup. The Priest should actually be very favored, especially when the Shaman tags his deck against Tanlock with cards like BGH.
Yeah.
I don't know which list Ek0p plays. There might be one target like Ragnaros for
I think it's the same list as that play everybody in this tournament. One Holy Fire, one main control, no Ragnaros.
Okay. Well, I actually played an Undertaker Priest, so...
Oh yes?
Yeah.
So aggro, man.
There's the Ysera that doesn't get hit by... Well, you don't want to draw Ysera that early. It's nice to have her, but it's not nice to have her at turn 1.
Yeah,
I'm actually not sure. I think I don't like this play because Shaman has so many ways to deal 3 damage If it was a 1-4 or something, would be okay, but now he bailed out a Rock Biter, which, well, but he also has the Pyromancer, so he would have had some potential to draw some cards later on. But he gave it up for a Rock Biter weapon. I actually don't like this play from Ek0p there.
I think Kolento is playing the dogs.
Yeah.
Or next turn, play the totem and start to burn his face, man.
Yeah, of course. Kolento starts to develop his boards very efficiently with... yeah, and it's the Shaman you play in your turns ahead, so he knows that he's going to be overloaded and he can just play something for 2, which is, in this case, the Flametongue Totem. It was... okay.
Well, I like this play, man.
Yeah, he goes for the Creeper, which actually is pretty good because it also works well with the Flametongue Totem. There's no need to push for 4 damage here.
But if Kolento play this, that's the good choice.
Yeah. I wonder if he wanted to play around something like Shadow Flame, Shadow Menace even. Well, so Kolento steals it and Ek0p steals it and goes with the Death Rattle Spiders. It can actually threaten at least one of the dogs there. So being Kolento, you could... you don't want to play your Mana Tide Totem here because you know that Ek0p still has the coin and could come up with a turn 5 Cabal Shadow Priest. You could also steal your wolves, so Kolento could actually be thinking about using the defender to get his minions out of range there.
Yeah, maybe.
He could also roll for Healing Totem, which was...
Exactly, yeah, he can look for the Healing Totem.
But what do you play with it? The Haunted Creeper? Oh, he goes for the Mana Tide Totem. That's risky. I'm pretty sure he will lose this to a turn 5 Cabal. On the other hand, it can easily be killed then, and both player drew a card. It's kind of even then, yeah.
Yeah, he played coin, Cabal.
He almost instantly played it, and then reconsidered, but plays it nevertheless.
This is a great move of Ek0p, man.
Yeah,
really
usually...
great move.
Yeah. Especially because the Mana Tide was behind a taunt, so it's sometimes it's hard to deal with it, or forces some very inefficient removal, but now it forces the removal from Kolento and drew him a card, so it's a pretty good deal.
Yes, really great.
So now Kolento goes with the Flametongue Totem.
Yep. It's a good move.
I'm just thinking about the positioning. Yeah, but he was planning ahead with Argus. I see that. Okay.
Yeah, I like
was
this
actually
play. Yeah, it's a good play.
Alright by Kolento there. So we're going to turn 6 and the board is somewhat scary at the moment. I mean, Ek0p is staring at 10 damage, so you could potentially go down to 14 next turn. We don't see any great heals, nor do we see board clears like... Yes, the Arcanized Soul Priest, which is one part of the puzzle, but you would need a Circle of Healing to actually deal with this board, which would have been huge at this moment, I believe, but Ek0p doesn't have it, and he also doesn't have a Holy Nova or something. So he can't even kill something with Shadow Word Death to proc a Pyro damage or something, so I think Sylvanas is at least the most mana efficient play here. And the Sludge Belcher would have just died to the Flame-Tongued tokens. Yeah, I like that. Although he could go down within the next turns if Kolento picks up a Doomhammer or an Alakir and a Biter or something. I'm actually curious how Kolento will deal with this Sylvanas.
I like this play, man. I think it's the most optimal play right now.
Yeah, there's so much stuff on the board right now that I'm even curious if Ek0p wants to... Yeah, he's just spamming the board right now. Doesn't give Ek0p an obvious way to sacrifice his Sylvanas. We know that he has 2 Shadow Word Deaths. He could use it on the Sylvanas. but there's like 1/6 chance of getting a healing totem. Or, well, another 1 in 6 chance to get a flame tongue totem. And, well, a sludge pulser would be nice, but
he can do anything. Only this, man.
So I'm curious what the follow-up will be.
Yeah, it's a good move because
what is the hand that he's holding right now?
He can use Shadow of War in the Belcher, clean his Sylvanas, and take one of his minions.
Ah, right. He played very well there with the Flame Tongue Totem.
That's a good move. Really good move.
And now he steals something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the healing totem. Kolento says thanks that he didn't take a more scary minion than the healing totem. And this would actually be a very good moment to play your Nashai Cleric to get 2 cards from the healing totem.
Yeah. Oh.
But he played it at turn 1, so wow. How much damage do we have?
3, 7, 9, and we have lethal.
Yeah, if he plays it beneath the... Oh, he does it.
Yeah.
He did miss that. Okay, so...
Oh my god.
That's very good for Kolento because he got the win from an unfavorable matchup phase, right?
I like Warrior versus Shaman, man, but it's Shaman of Kolento. That's the problem, man.
You like to play Warrior as Warrior against Shaman?
Yeah, I like the Warrior, man. Really? It's strange, but I like.
Okay, have you some special...
All the people say, no, man, you are crazy. How will you play Warrior versus Shaman? Yeah, but...
do you have some cards like Baron Geddon in there?
No, in the deck list of this tournament, but yes, I use Baron Geddon.
Yeah, if you have some tech cards like Baron Geddon, which actually fell out of favor
exactly.
In the current meta, which I don't actually understand that much because it's a very great card against, especially against Zoo and Shaman and stuff, especially against Shaman. But okay, Ek0p runs double brawl, which is kinda okay against Shaman, but it's nevertheless a tough matchup usually. Okay, so Kolento goes off with his 2-drop, followed by Ek0p's 2-drop, and an immediate answer from the Flame Tongue Totem.
Yeah.
So third Kolento plays with Undertakers.
Aggressive start of Kolento.
Yeah, there are actually 4 minions on the board at turn 3 after the warrior had played something. So he has to deal with this stuff immediately.
You can use Armor Up, Shield Slam.
But he has one of his brawls in his hand.
So useless, man. That.
He has one of the brawls in his hand right now, so... the fact that he didn't play anything like a Taskmaster or Shield Slam for the Flame Tongue Totem, well, the Shield Slam for the Flame Tongue or the Taskmaster for a token or something, pretty much telegraphs that he's going to coin Brawl next turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kolento...
And Kolento knows Ek0p plays 2 Brawls in his deck.
Yeah, it was pretty clear from this move, so Kolento just totems. I wonder if not doing anything would have been the best option here.
Yeah, here we have the first
to improve
brawl.
your chances, but you don't know if he would have brawled then. So Kolento's bailing out the brawl here.
What? Nice.
Oh, yeah, and that's
a good
Kolento collapse for the lucky brawl of Ek0p. And actually, the totem that he rolled the turn before survived, so maybe doing nothing would have been the best.
Yes, that's the best choice. And you can take Undertaker.
But there are again 3 minions on the board right now, and if he picks up like a Feral Spirit, he will be able to refill the board very quickly. There's now also the Mana Tide in his hand, and no weapon out, so there might actually be a chance
it's a good move, man.
to survive that. But he develops the Fire Elemental to clear off the Sandin, which is the which is a good move at this moment.
You can use Shield Block and Shield Slam and Fire Elemental.
Yeah,
and put the Armor Smith in the table.
That is, especially if you have both of these cards in your hand, it's like, almost auto play. And Ek0p decides to...
You can play Taskmaster into the 2-1 Golem, but no sense. You need Taskmaster.
Yeah. He wants to protect his armor, as long as he, at least as long as he has a second Seal Slam in the deck. But there is... At the moment there is no obvious way to deal with this Mana Tide Totem. Ek0p didn't draw any weapons so far, which is kind of unusual if I play against Warrior. They always have like fiery Warrior.
You need the weapons, man. You really need the weapons.
Yeah, a Death Spite, if he could have developed it like a few turns ago, would have been able to get this board done by a lot. But let's look at his actual hand. There isn't even an answer to the Mana Tide right now.
Yeah.
Right? This is hard. So Kolento will be able to draw at least 2 cards from this Mana Tide Totem. He might even be forced to use like Grommash next turn to clear it or something. This is tough for Ek0p, who faces actually to lose the series. 3-0 against this Shaman again. Yeah, you told it.
God. This Shaman, man, is insane. Really insane. Maybe he can play Acolyte, Taskmaster in his Acolyte and try to look the Brawl. He needs the other Brawl. He really needs the other Brawl.
Yeah, I see that. But, yeah, at least he runs 2, right? So, it isn't that desperate right now. Well, actually, it's pretty desperate right here.
Yeah, look. He needs that Brawl.
Well, and he has to draw other cards than his big legendaries. I mean, Rag hits actually nothing, but there's a weapon right now.
Yeah, the weapon is good, man.
Finally, there's a weapon which will be able to do at least a 2-4-1, probably more in the next turns. And he's
Kolento knows Ek0p don't have the Brawl.
Yeah, it was pretty much clear here. But he will have the 1 draw from the Acolyte. Maybe another one if he doesn't hex it right now, which would look a little bit, well,
you had to hold that hex for the other legendaries, man. Maybe Lightning Storm is best good play here.
Yeah, you usually don't get that much value from your Lightning Storm against Warrior, even. But this allows Ek0p to draw 2 cards from the Acolyte. Wow, double Rock Biter.
That Mana Tide Totem.
Yeah, that Mana Tide Totem drew 2 cards, and now Kolento has 2 Rock Biters, which he can combine with an Alakira or Doomhammer later. So there's a lot of burst potential, and the board is pretty huge at the moment, although it's not that threatening regarding the health of Ek0p right now. Because it's 5, 6, 7 damage from 6 minions. It's not that impressive. But one of the minions is going to draw more cards. So the game plan is to get rid of the Mana Tide Totem.
That's a good move.
ASAP, but he isn't even able to clear it this turn, so it will draw 3 cards, which will probably cost him the game in the end. But he is able to develop a weapon right now. And I think it's still pretty clear that there is still no Brawl in Ek0p's hand. So being Kolento, you could extend to your board or commit to your board and just play the Feral Spirit.
Yeah,
I would probably expect him playing the Azure Drake to cycle and...
Yeah, but if he play the Azure Drake, he can't play the heads.
Oh yeah, of course, he has to deal with a Sylvanas somehow. But on the other hand, besides the Mana Tide Totem, there's nothing that you would actually miss if he steals it. But nevertheless, he has 2 hexes, so why not using one for the Sylvanas?
If Kolento drop Alakir right now or the weapon, he have too many damage in his hand with the Rock Biters.
Right. I see that.
He can win easy.
Okay, so what is... he picks up a second Death Spite. There are still 2 taunts on the board. He will probably just slam down Ysera and hope for Ysera Awakens, the 1 in 4. It's actually his best chance. You can... His other options are even weaker. You could,
my god.
You could Ragnaros and hope for a snipe at the... it's a Dream.
Man.
Dream won't help Ek0p too much here. I think this game is pretty much over. Kolento has the second hex for this Ysera. And...
I think Kolento can play the Azure Drake to can draw 1 card and silence the Ysera. And just go to the face all the time.
Can also decide to do that. The other legendaries of Ek0p are actually not helpful at all.
Yeah, it's nothing, man, that legendaries.
Ragnaros won't hit any valuable target,
Nah.
and Grommash will just run to the Taunt Totem. So he probably has to develop the Death Spite so you can activate the Grommash in 2 turns. But there is still the possibility of getting bursted down by this Shaman, especially with 2 Rock Biters. If he picks up a Doomhammer, it's over right here. So, maybe Ek0p thinks about dreaming the Taunt Totem and getting rid of this nasty Mana Tide Totem right now. Well, the chat actually says that Kolento should concede twice for BM. I don't like this. Okay, so yeah, being Ek0p here, it's a very desperate position.
Nah, he really needs the second brawl, man. Oh god. He can do nothing, man, right now.
Yeah.
If Kolento draw Alakir or Rockbiter, he lose. Rockbiter, no, the weapon man.
Yeah, the Doomhammer.
Doomhammer, he lose.
So, what is he going for the... What would he even want to hit the Ragnaros? Face doesn't help, and all of these targets, even the Mana Tide Totem, it drew so many cards already, it doesn't help at all. So I might actually go for the Grommash play and dream
Maybe
the Taunt
Ragnaros,
Totem.
dream the Mana Tide Totem, armor and pass. He can do nothing more.
Oh wow, this is a very desperate move. This telegraphs all the... Wow. It actually hit the most important totem, but he will just get it back if he wants to. Okay, so the Yolorak isn't doing anything right here. And... being Kolento, can you actually win from here? At this turn is 5 damage on the board. So there's need of 12 more. He has 6 farm on the Rockbiter.
Nah, he can't win right now.
But this Ragnaros isn't even scary. You can just totem up and hit him again. Okay, that's what he's going to do.
Oh my god.
And even with the second brawl, you can refill your board quite easily with... Whoa, this Mana Tide Totem did so much work here. It's
And I think
over the next turn.
GG. We will see. He don't have time, he don't have nothing. He can't do nothing right now. He can use armor.
No, I'm just looking at this hand and asking myself if he can survive this turn, but he can't. No. So Kolento sweeps again with his Shaman. 3-0 this series.
And here we have the proof why he's the #1 in the world. For these things, this plays. It's incredible, man. It's incredible player.
Does he dream the... Wow. This scary Harvest Golem has to go out of the way. Well then, Ek0p will probably attack the defender now to activate the Grommash and mitigate even more damage. Did he even attack with... Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Okay, so Kolento... 10? No,
GG.
no.
Yes, we have 8 and
Yes,
8, 16, more 2. 18 damage.
I wonder what Kolento's thinking about right now. Does he want to BM his teammate? Or is he doing the math?
Incoming? Nah.
Maybe he triple and quadruple checks the math. I don't know. Okay, so there's the Doomhammer, there's the Totem. What?
What?
Now each Rockbiter is 6 damage, right? So, wow. Did he just... I can't believe that Kolento missed this lethal. This is on purpose.
Nah, it's
this is
BM,
just,
man.
This is
BM.
just... Wow.
BM 10-10, man. Best BM EU. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't even know what I should commentate on this. He's just giving Ek0p like one more turn. And
Nah, he can do nothing.
yeah, yeah. Kolento just hovered over his Rockbiters. Did he forget about... I can't believe that he forgot about
Look
that.
his face.
What is he doing right now? would there be a combination of cards that could win Ek0p the game at this turn?
Nothing.
Dealing
Wind Fury. Innervate, Savage Roar. Nothing,
Yeah, I
nothing,
don't
man.
know. Ysera his Kolento's face. Ragnaros his face. Yeah, he wouldn't have an activator for the Grand Mission. Whirlwind? Yeah.
Yeah. One.
Ysera,
he can
Whirlwind,
use-
and Ragnaros' face would have killed him here.
Yeah, including Alexstrasza, 15 life, Whirlwind, and Ragnaros to the face.
Yeah. But Ragnaros doesn't even hit the face, so.
And we have the GG.
Well, maybe not. Maybe
maybe
Kolento wants
not.
to go another round.
Yes!
Oh, he
We
found his two
have
Rock
the
Biters,
GG.
and now the Kolento Shaman sweeps again for 3-0. Wow.
Here we got
Impressive performance by
3-0.
Kolento.
It's